Yes.
I want to tell you what happened on my 10th birthday. My dad and mother were going to rest. It was a Sunday,
What year?
1916. And the boys were busy outside doing their thing, so they decided to lay down on the daybed. And I sat on the corner. And my dad was talking to mother about plowing this field under that had been the strawberry acreage. And we had real good luck with them. I overate, of course, and got a rash. But anyway, it was time to redo the ground. So my dad was talking it over with mother. And I said, "Oh, don't get rid of the strawberries." And he said, "Okay, I'll sell it to you for a dime." So he hands me a dime, and I take it. All of a sudden, this scream, "Fire!" So they hurried to see what was going on, and I don't remember the smell or just the crowd that gathered. They had seen it up in the sky, the smoke, and the farmers came to help put it out, whatever it was. We had 2 new haystacks higher than the barn, and my brother was playing with matches, and he would burn a little bit, and then he'd take his hand and wipe it out. But this time it got ahead of him. Before long, the farmers put water all over the barn because it was close to it, and
Did they
saved
get
the
on
barn.
fire?
But
Did the hay get on fire?
both haystacks burnt to the ground. And they had worked all day on Saturday because they didn't have electric like they have today. It was a lot of hand raking and pitching and to make this big haystack. Since that, why, they now put them in bales and fasten them, and you'll see them in fields afterwards, rolled up. So then my dad had to go to work that afternoon. I don't know whether it was 3 o'clock or what. So he took it off, but before he left, he promised the boys that they would be punished. So they knew they were going to get a licking whenever he came home from work the next morning. And mother was evidently invited to go to her youngest brother's, and she took the baby. And I don't know whether she didn't want to hear the kids scream whenever they got their paddle, but the boys didn't tell who it was. They kept it. And then my 2 sisters were already gone. One was at this uncle and aunt's that mother went. He was the youngest uncle. And they had 6 boys and 4 girls. And mother's family. Then my family, there was 5 boys and 3 girls. So the next morning then, whenever I found out I had to do the laundry, I was the oldest one left, and I have 2 great big tubs of warm water and cool probably to do the laundry. And I got it all done and hung on the line while the boys are probably hoeing something in the garden. And I decided that I wasn't going to do that anymore. So
What was in the
went to the
soap?
neighbors.
You didn't describe the soap.
Yeah. I went to the neighbors and got on a chair and got the neighbors' permission to call where my mother was at. And I don't remember ever using a phone before, so I probably had a little trouble getting central. And he rang this little crank around and got the operator. Then Mother answered the phone and I said, I don't want to stay here anymore. She said, then don't. So I just hung up the phone and went home and packed my few things, and off I went to walk over to where my uncle lived, probably 4 miles away. And it was a hot July day, I remember that. So then I had left this note on the clothesline saying that I wouldn't tolerate doing this again. And I guess I signed my name, but anyway, tolerate was a new word to me, so I got a chance to use it. So anyway, by this time, from rubbing on the board, my hands are pretty, it felt like burns. And it's the homemade soap is made with lye and lard that you use, so it was just like a burn. Anyway, my aunt had been wanting to have children and wasn't able to. So Mother made the arrangements for me to go and live with her as, and my Aunt Edna could not have any more people in the house.